For a split second, I was an idiot, and I saw Incubus and thought to myself, cool, dude, we started with Incubus, and then I realized this is not an Eden run. Yeah, that song made me feel like I should have Babish telling me about Squarespace. Yeah, we'll do this while we're here. I think it'll be fine. There's a bunch of shitty characters that I really don't want to play. But I guess I have to, because at some point I am going to get all 3 of these files done. I'm a glutton for punishment. Was it Rocco's Modern Life? What was Rocco's friend's name? It's like a cow-looking dude, Heifer. For some reason, when I was a kid, I saw an episode where Heifer, I can't remember if he was like reading the Bible or reading a book of some kind or reading a fairy tale. But he was talking about like how he was like, he identified with the character he was reading about or something, or like a fable that he was reading about. And he identified this character as being a glutton, but he read the word incorrectly and called him, it's like a gluton. I'm a gluton, and fucking, this is the dumbest story ever. But I'm just saying, every time I hear the word glutton in my head, I hear Heifer watching Nickelodeon in 1993. I hear Heifer going, I'm a gluton. And just that random idle Saturday afternoon in the summer of 1993 has managed, man, that's so fucking tempting, has managed to forever taint the way I hear. It's like, you know, finding out that Brizzy calls epitome epitome. And now every time I, you know, see the word epitome in my head, I hear Brizzy call it epitome. Every time I see the word glutton in my head, I hear Heifer go, I'm a gluton. Epitome. Do you remember what I was gonna say? I'm glad I'm not the only one who for reasons only God understands, managed to sock that information away and pull it out 35 years later. Shit, now I gotta see if I can find it. I'm also dragging feet because I want to see if I can figure out a way to take Forget Me Now with me. Maybe it was Rocco's, or maybe it was Heifer's near-death experience that did it to him. I don't remember. I can't find the clip easily, but it lives rent-free in my head forever. BEA beautiful. Ugh. Chat with Lilith, I truly can't afford to leave behind the box of friends, can I? As much as I would like to. Is there a key for sale? Is there a bomb for sale? I shouldn't screw myself on resources just to take money with me. Mrs. just had the biggest go at me for having people over when the house was dirty. She was hearing Taffy on the speakers in my office. That's me, good old Taffy, fucking things up for people since 2010. I got a lot of Futurama rattling around in here too, for sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump down. Ugh, okay. Let's go ahead and jump down. This road to Mother is always just like, alright, well, you're gonna have to pay much more attention to the game today. Do you suffer from sexlexia? It's a very sexy learning disability. Fucking Zap Brannigan. Yeah, I love the Forget Me Now. I love the idea of getting extra items. Especially on New Isaac. New Isaac, man, items are at such a premium. But not at the, not at the sacrifice of losing the ability to create a whole bunch of extra familiars.
The Hermit.
Huh. I find the most erotic part of the woman is the boobies. I haven't seen a whole bunch of the new Futurama. What's the consensus on the new? I say the new stuff, but I mean like the stuff that came out. I guess it was on Cartoon Network. I basically almost all of the Futurama that I've seen was the stuff that originally came out on Fox. Even the new stuff is great. Why are all these the items bad? Comedy Central. Comedy Central. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised. Yeah, dude, I loved. First of all, it was weird for me that I still to this day think I have a pretty big crush on Amy Wong. But additionally, yeah, like Futurama was one of those things that like I have so many quotables from that show like set up in my mental repository. Death by Snoo Snoo. I loved the Animal House episode. Oh, they flagged out. There we go. You are technically correct. The best kind of correct. Amy and her mother being the same voice actor to me was always very funny. Having Futurama quotes ready to go isn't always the best thing at work. My boss told me there was an emergency. I told him without thinking, come back when it's a catastrophe. Robot House? Oh, I fucking love that episode. That and the Slurms McKenzie episode. Okay, Isaac. I need you to contribute to this relationship. I had a I had a college girlfriend who got real upset with me because she didn't watch Futurama. And you always have that moment in a new relationship where like it's the first time you like go to the bathroom or fart around each other or anything like that. Like you start to get real. And I went to the bathroom and she was like, you were in there for a long time. Are you okay? And I didn't want to get into the whole like, I was born premature, I got some issues, it takes me a long time to poop. And so all I did was channel Futurama and say, my people are celebrated poopers. And A, she didn't get the reference, so B, she really didn't like the joke. Oh, Colostomia, why? Oh, God. Ugh. I thought I could get through there. Just the worst. You're the Brita of bosses. You're the AT&T of people. Succubus. And now I will leave for no apparent reason. Damn, this run sucks. Sack room. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do.
The lovers.
I got all this red heart health and nothing to do with it. I will contribute it to the sacrificial altar. Link Day, what's going on? Welcome back. It'd be nice if they gave us an angel item that was a familiar. And then also soul hearts at the end. I don't think it's going to. I kind of wish I'd done this now. Well, no, I don't, because there's a part of me that always kind of hopes when we're Lilith that the first one I'm going to pick up is another incubus or a succubus. I wish it would get cold here. Strange urge to go outside and play in the 50-degree rain. I would kill for 50-degree weather here. I can't get out of the 70s and 80s, which is nice. It's lovely, but like I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for like fall transitioning into winter. I'm ready for fall transitioning into winter. I'm over warm. Kate the Clown, good morning, Taff and friends. I shall be lurking with you in the background while New World consumes my soul. Alexa, what's 80 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius? Thank you. So like 26, 27 for all you guys outside the States. And I'm just kind of over it. I want cool and crisp. I want windows open and sweaters on. That's summer weather in Canada. You guys are you guys though the types of people that generally don't have AC? Shit. I mean, the Pacific Northwest is like that. The Pacific Northwest got hit with a heat wave in like high heat wave, and when everyone was just like, why are you belly aching about it? Like the rest of the country spends most of the summer in the hundreds, in the high 30s. And they're like, bitch, we don't have central AC. We live in a temperate climate. Yeah. That's what I thought, Jay the 111. So that's we've gotten out, like we're in our normal temperature, which is in the 80, 75, 80, which is like 26, 25, 26, 27. Which is nice. It's t-shirt weather. You know, it's like it's okay. It's pleasant, but I'm ready. I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for cool air and not just like survivable air. Pretty fly. I mean, let me take a little look at the weather around here. It's been in the 80s as long as I can remember. Yeah, it's gonna stay in the 80s for the next week and a half. Yeah, highs over the next several days, 22, 23, 25, 27, 28, 28, 27. For those of you playing around inside the states, 71, 74, 77, 81, 83, 82, 81. I want to have a fire, goddammit. I just had $100 worth of split wood show up at my house. I want to have a fire. I'm desperate. I'm desperate for fire. The kind of fire where you're like, oh, this is very comfortable, but I also need it to stay warm. I'm ready to feel cozy, exactly. I'm ready to cozy up. The heat waves for us are 45 plus. Get out. That's way too hot.
Hey man, those are
It's spring here in Brazil, but it's between 87 and 51 and changing every day. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm tired of the fluctuations. We'll get like we'll get you know, we'll get cool one day and hot the next. Noah drops 100 bits and says, "Come light my fire, Taffy." Noah, happy to have you here, brother. Thank you for the 100 bits. Slowly but surely inching our way up to become Mr. 818. Half my closet's jeans and flannels, and my wife is. Ugh. Please stop hurting me. My wife's tired of me wearing gym shorts all the time. I need my season. Honestly, I need sweater. I need hoodie season. I'm super over it. This is a floor we're gonna have to do twice because of the mirror realm. You may be number 819 on the leaderboard, but you're at least number 10 in our hearts. I was saying to Reg earlier, and I think he thought it was funny, but I also think it was the kind of thing where he'd laugh with tears streaking down his face. I was like, hey Reg, when is Twitch gonna update that new leaderboard they rolled out this week? That's good. That's a good item. It says one of the only features Twitch has rolled out in the last 20 or in the last like 20 months that I've been invested in is this new financial leaderboard, and I just want to see it updated regularly. Don't let that feature die on the vine. I guess Lodestone, only because I don't know what the other one was. Hello? Oh, I could leave if I want to and not go to Mother. Well, first off, Abs, I will ask that you be very, very careful about, like, it's okay to acknowledge, I think it's okay to acknowledge people's rankings, but the last thing I really ever want to do is get into, like, a fucking deep dive of other streamers' financials here. I certainly don't want to highlight individuals, that's for sure. That would make me incredibly uncomfortable if we started like going like, oh well, this person, man, this person should be making more money. Oh well, this person makes way too much money. Blah 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 blah. So let me preface it by saying I would very much consider it a kindness if we stayed away from naming anybody by names and then like assigning a judgment to it. I will say, with a broad sweeping brush, from my own experience, I've said on any, oh there it is, we got it again! On any number of occasions, I will say that I've said time and time again that if I could get 1,000 concurrent viewers, and apparently Pokimane said the same thing pretty close is that once you hit 4-figure concurrence, if you're business savvy, you can expect to become a millionaire on this platform. And so I had said, based on my own experience and based on what I'm able to do with 100, 200, 300 viewers. I mean, granted, I got 100, 200, 300 really good viewers. That's not me kissing your ass. I mean, you give me a lot of money. You guys are insanely generous. Like when I say like Frost Prime is one of the only, I used to say Frost Prime's one of the only people with viewership this size who does better than me. It turns out I now have the math to support that Frost Prime is one of the only streamers on the planet with a comparable viewership who does better than us. I used to think that, now I know it. But there was a part of me that's like, if I extrapolated that out and just said, oh, if I had 1,000 viewers, I bet I could make myself a millionaire. Math supports it now. If I had 1,000 viewers, I could make myself a millionaire. Yeah, this is Link Day. This is only the second one I've ever seen. Right, it's a useful barometer when comparing it to my, like when using it to decide, it's a litmus test for how I'm doing. For me, it's a litmus test on whether or not I'm doing my job well. But I have absolutely no interest in like, you know, me personally, I've got friends, I can use Justin as an example because Justin I know doesn't mind me saying this. I've got friends who I think should make more money. And I think it's just because they don't know how. And I would love nothing more than to help some of them fix that. So I have seen some of that where there have been people that I'm like, man, I really wish these people made more because like I know Justin has more viewership than me. Like I can't take that. It'll fuck up what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, like I see some stats and I go, man, I wish that person was making more. But generally speaking, yeah, it did validate the thought that I've had of like, man, if I ever got myself up around 1,000 concurrents regularly, I would be able to retire at some point. I would be able to get 7 figures in the bank. And it wouldn't all just be, ooh, I guess I'm back here now. It wouldn't all just be bits, ads, and subs. You know, there's, besides the cash tips, there is like, okay, well, do you handle your money like a responsible adult? Do you invest well? Are you frugal? Do you penny pinch where it's smart to do so? You know, I would, what fucking grown-ups have been doing with money in this country for 70 years? What smart people have been doing with their money for 70 years? People are pretty ignorant. I've talked to people and they were obsessed over sub count, and I'm like, dude, that's not where the money comes through if you have these kinds of viewer counts. Exactly. I mean, like, I work with Sogo because Sogo will work with me. Not a lot of other people are beating down the door with me. I don't understand why. I kill it. I don't understand why I kill it with sponsored time. But I guess it's because I'm like twice the age of the people that like, I'm twice the age of the people that are most often signed to sponsorship deals. I'm quite literally not sexy. Like I'm quite literally not sexy when it comes to trying to push product. Like I'm not a sexy option for like peripheral like keyboard manufacturing company XYZ is much more excited at the prospect of getting their product put into social media posts that are getting 1,000 likes every time they go live because it's somebody with gorgeous booba, or because it's somebody whose smile is so bright that they have to put a filter on their lens But that being said, yeah, if I hit 1,000 concurrent viewers, God, you are very aggressive. if I hit 1,000 concurrent viewers and started to like claw back some of that, like I would definitely get to a place where, like Pokimane said it really nicely, I'd get to a place where I'd try so much harder to take companies' money, to take corporations' monies, than to take yours. That's why I feel so aggressively about when we get the opportunities to do like Raid Shadow Legends or Marvel or whatever. I love the idea of taking company money and not taking yours. And I'd get much better about that if I figured out what the process was that got me from this rung of the ladder to the next rung of the ladder for sure. Why are you coming at me, you little creep, you little sicko? Quit lunging at me. I'm trying to talk to my viewers. We have to keep in mind that this is the only money that Twitch touches, right? So some people make more. Yeah. There's cash tips, there's sponsorships. Some people have like their own clothing lines. Some people started coffee companies. Some people made streaming music services and sold them. Some people made music labels and are trying to sell their interest. Yeah, I mean, like, some people have OnlyFans, some people have Patreons, some people have, what is it, Fansly. Pogman, what's going on, homie? Your community, Taffy, is mostly adults watching while working or during off hours? Yeah, I love that. All I'm hearing is that you need to get a booba job and better teeth, and you should be able to get all the sponsorships. You joke, but I had a real, I'm gonna try it. You joke, but I had a real heart-to-heart with chat the other day that I am sincerely vexed by how much weight I've put on because I know it hurts me. Ugh, I'm gonna die. Don't die. Just hug each other like the little idiots you are. Hey, I'm gonna live forever. I frustrate myself because I put on so much weight and I actually need to lose, like, I don't need to. I would be very happy if I would lose like 60 pounds, not for the health benefits, but just because it's easier to get sponsorships when you can post socials that feature yourself, and it's easier to post socials that feature yourself when you feel like you're attractive. So, if I could get myself to a place where I lost some weight, dressed nicer, and pulled myself together and put my face and my body in more of my social media posts, it would actually be financially advantageous for me to do so. So I get real down on myself sometimes. I get real down on myself sometimes that's the one area of this where I feel like I could do a whole lot more and I don't, just out of like mental static. That part's like that part's legitimately frustrating to me. That I feel like my brand would be worth more if I could get myself to a place where I was more comfortable being in front of a camera. And I know that's ironic. I'm saying it to a fucking camera right now. I get that, but like, I mean, like, from a photography standpoint, if I could get myself to a place where I felt photogenic, it would make my brand be more valuable. And I get.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
It's way different in a still photo. Yeah. I get legitimately angry at myself because I feel like that's the one place where I really let the business down sometimes. You don't even look overweight. It's true, but I also know I'll have to try to find it. Maybe I'll try to find it on my next break. There's a photograph of me at like 165 pounds from college. I'm at 252 right now. But there's a photograph of me from college at 165. And I don't have any, I don't have any inclination to get back to my fucking college and high school weight. But I do look like a very different person. I do look like a very different person, 60 pounds.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Too much happening. I'm a different person. I look like a very different person 60 pounds down the road. Gunny, tier 1, 28 months. Gunny with the boot. Thank you so much, Gunny.
Those are bits.
Yeah, honestly, Jason. I mean, that's an excellent point. It's not a good thing, but it's an excellent point that losing weight and feeling attractive is a good financial decision in almost every profession. This is, we as human beings have a tendency to value and treat attractive people better. This is an incredibly narcissistic platform. I would kill to be the Daniel Craig version of my old self. Speak of the man and he appears. Frost Prime, tier 1, 7 months, to be 165 again. Honestly, Frost, I'm gonna have to go try to find that photo. It's unfortunate because the last time I was at 165, I had a fucking full-blown eating disorder. It's the only time that I've ever A, been that low, and B, done it that unhealthily. I'm getting my fucking ass handed to me. I hate when Lilith runs don't come together. It is unfortunate. That said, man, my photographs look good. It's so weird. Like, even Amber has said, like, even Amber has acknowledged, even my wife has acknowledged that I just don't photograph well unless I'm like 10 pounds or 15 pounds lighter than I feel like I should be. I don't look great in photographs until I'm about 15 pounds lighter than it seems like I should be. How tall am I? Like 5'11 and a half. Just a hair under 6 foot. I don't think I'm the only viewer who can say this. Your talk of getting back into shape has inspired me at least to go back to the gym. Wednesday, I'm happy to hear it. Honestly, like I sit here and wax philosophical. Oh, Jesus Christ. I sit here and wax philosophical all day long and genuinely, I hate you. I hate this video game. Ah, yeah, eat shit and die miserably. I hope your last thoughts were of family members you'll never see again, you fucking idiots. I genuinely sit here and like air all this like mental dirty laundry out, not because I want to use you guys as like free therapy, but because I genuinely feel like sometimes it helps people because they just sort of, they see somebody going through what they're going through. So that's why I definitely, like, I'll mention it, but I'll do it very matter-of-factly so that we can just kind of unpack it on the table. And if people identify with it, then I feel like I've done a good thing. I try very hard to never use you guys as, like budget therapists, you know? Frost Prime says, you spoke of me? I did. I was saying... I was saying because of the data leak, I was saying that there was really only one person that I had ever looked at and said, this person has a comparably sized audience to ours and destroys us when it comes to like financial earnings. I genuinely it was going into your channel was the first time that I ever went into a channel and was like, I normally walk in thinking I've got an ace in the hole, where I'm like, you ain't seen nothing like what I'm doing. You ain't seen nothing like what I'm slinging when it comes to my viewership. And your channel was your channel and your viewers were the first time that I ever went, I gotta back this shit up. I gotta walk this back. I can't back up what I'm slinging here. And then the fucking finances leaked and I was just like, it might just be Frost. Frost's channel might be the only channel where like I was sitting there like almost going line by line with like Sully Numb going, nah, I can talk shit there. Nah, I can talk shit there. Nah, I can talk shit there. Oh, there's Frost. I can't talk shit there. And I just kind of went down the list. And I was just like, damn, we might have found the only other channel on the planet with like comparably sized viewership where we just get outdone. I have like 3 conversations going on at once and this run sucks. Give me 2 seconds and I'll try to catch up. New Bass, welcome back. That's damage. I'll take damage. I really should get back in shape. I haven't really done that sort of thing for years. Taffy's gym going is definitely inspiring. I took this week to I didn't want to get better from being sick and then go back to the gym and basically undo it. So I gave myself the leniency of just trying to get good sleep this week and trying to rest so that hopefully next week I'll go back to the gym in the mornings. It really is the best time for me to go. I'll try to go back to the gym in the mornings and keep fighting the good fight with this prodigious gut that keeps getting farther and farther out over the belt loops of the front of my jeans. I don't know why this was, but for some weird reason I assumed you were short. I don't know why, since I've only ever interacted with you as text on the screen, but I guess you just have short energy. I have short energy? I could see me coming off as Napoleonic. I could spot you that. I got big chip on my shoulder energy. I would give you that. I got big chip on my shoulder energy. I got that energy that kind of fuck you. Oh, not you? Oh, okay. Well, then, fine. Whatever. Dude, your head is like an inch tall. Fucking Hutch is a monster. I saw a photograph of Hutch the other day and it looked like Slender Man. Jesus Christ, I knew he was tall, but just seeing it is a whole different thing. I have no bombs. Explosive diarrhea. That's even better. Ow. Child leash, man. I would take child leash in a heartbeat. Even over petrified poop, I would take child leash. Yeah, I mean, like Sark I've met, so like it's easy for me. Like Sark is just like, I don't know, man. Sark looks like he was built as an amusement park attraction. He looks like signage of himself, if that makes sense. It's like if they were trying to advertise a 5'8" dude and they made a 6'5" sign of him. Like, oh man, I can't imagine, like, this is a larger than life representation of Sark, but I bet you he's still pretty handsome in real life. Sark is huge, but I think the thing that gets me with Hutch is that Hutch is huge and tall. Like, or no, huge and skinny. Like, he's very tall, but he's very skinny, so it makes it look that much more intense. Please please chat. Not you guys.
This is
Twitch's,
the story
Twitch's
of the
chat
newest
interface.
denizen of the cave.
Twitch's chat interface won't let me use my mouse wheel to roll up. It just keeps snapping back into place. Talwin, good morning. Secular Hazel greeting as well. Greetings as well. Fuck it, fine. We're just, listen, if I missed your chat, I missed your chat. But Twitch's chat, somebody, you guys have the source code now. If somebody could fix it, that'd be great. Just keeps snapping me back into place at the bottom of the feed. Like, it just won't let me stay where I am. I made a dumb joke via bits if you're trying to catch up. Can you cut and paste it? Because this open source streaming platform refuses to let me stay where I am to catch up on chat. And this indie company open source streaming platform. Chat settings, change your pause, chat setting. Yeah, where's that? Chat settings. Fuck me, man. It's the thing, it's just so simple. That's the thing that gets me. Pause chat. Alt key. No, just pause. Just pause.
Hey man, those are bits.
Mouse over. Scroll over. Scroll only. Mouse over works. Okay. There we go. I was talking to Red Bull the other day. They put it best. That Taffy guy is funny, but he doesn't post any photos of himself that he likes on Instagram or Twitter, so we're gonna hard pass. Well, okay. The point that I'm making is that I think I could build a... I would get more... I think I would get more engagements if I was able to litter... It's easier to monetize... This is gonna be weird, but I have to say it, but I have to say it right. It is easier to create engagement that can be monetized if, like, I guess if you're just a genetic lottery winner. Fuck. If you're just a genetic lottery winner and you can eat all the chicken nuggets you want and still be a string bean and have a big dick and large booba and abdominal muscles or whatever because you just have a metabolism for it. That's great. Good for you. I envy you. But, like, if I had the discipline necessary, I don't even want to say to have ab muscles, just to look really good in a tucked-in collared shirt. To dress up nicely. And occasionally just put myself in front of a camera and look, you know, I don't want to say, like, full-blown thirst traps. But at the same time, like, photographs that you put up and people go, fuck, is it just me, or is Taffy less dad and more daddy now? And you know, like, you get into that situation, you get better interactions and better engagements on your posts. I think I'm actually gonna go for the keys. You get better interactions and engagements on your posts, and that in turn makes you more valuable to sponsors. I'm not saying that you'd suddenly be able to get me a fucking car deal, but I do think it's funny that streams that are a third our size are populated with beautiful partners, and those people don't pay for their peripherals or hardware. But they also have posts as beautiful people, and in return, Logitech and Elgato and Corsair don't make them pay for stuff, and like Razer, you know what I mean? Our channel is bigger and does more business and has more people in it. But Beautiful Person A's social media is more active because there are thirst traps on it. And so they get free mice and keyboards and graphics cards and shit. Does that make sense? And I think I could pull that off if I was disciplined enough to get fit. Health down, neat. I really want to bomb.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Yeah, it's easier to sell widgets when you're selling based on, like, wow, that's a very white smile and symmetrical face. It's harder to sell widgets, at least on paper, to a corporate sponsor. When it's like, well, don't look at him. Here's Taffy. Don't look at him. But here's a very funny 9-minute monologue about how he struggles to poop. Now, you're not going to understand why this is a good thing, but believe me when I say it will translate to units moved. It would be much easier for me to Don Draper it up, and then they're just like, oh, this handsome guy in a suit, you're telling me that people listen to him? Yeah, fuck it, here's a free keyboard. Molten Mermaid, tier 1, 4 months, less dad and more daddy. First thing I heard. Good morning, Taffy. Thank you, Molten Mermaid. Well, Noah, I feel like Noah tried to make me feel stupid for saying that if I managed my social media better, which includes and is not limited to getting into shape so I felt more comfortable in front of a camera for still photos, that I would benefit myself as a content creator and I would open up opportunities. And Noah made it sound like I was saying that I'm not getting Red Bull or Monster Energy drinks because I don't post more photos of myself to my 1,500 follower Instagram page or my 7,000 follower Twitter account. And I understand there's clearly more that would need to be worked on that is not just me being comfortable in front of the camera. But it starts with most of my posts are just like clips and musings that I have because I don't like taking photos of myself 60 pounds overweight. And I feel like progress pics, if I were able to actually, you know, accomplish things when it comes to a fitness journey, progress pics would net me engagements, which in turn would look well to like Corsair, you know? You can always revive Lauren. Who's Lauren? I understand attractive people tend to get treated better. You just want to be at a place where you're totally comfortable with yourself. I'm on my own weight loss journey. Highest weight, 440. Finally got the motivation after being put on antidepressants. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. It's I just want to be comfortable in my own skin. And I feel like being comfortable in my own skin, just like anyone else, right? Just like anyone else. Just like any other aspect of you that you just go, man, this part of me just does not feel right. Whatever that is. Yeah, I just want to feel comfortable in my own skin. And I feel like if I were, you know, if I got to a place where that last hurdle was ironed out, but the last hurdle, you know, takes months and months of intense discipline. I'm beginning to doubt whether or not I actually have the dedication and the willpower necessary to pull it off, but I'm gonna keep cracking at it. There's also a part of me that acknowledges the kind of time's running out. I'm 41, man. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of the only places where I can talk shop. Those rare occasions that I get to hang out with Justin. Those rare occasions where I get into a phone call with Nate. And then here with you guys, it's like the only time that I get to like bat this kind of stuff back and forth. Oh, Linda. Linda, yeah, the voice, the god-awful voice that lives inside my head. Linda, unfortunately, Linda is the voice that I hear whenever I miss a trip to the gym or eat outside my fasting times or willfully don't track calories or whatever. Oh, you're just gonna eat an entire tin of Danish butter cookies. No, fine, go ahead if it makes you feel better. But by the time you're done eating that many cookies, you might actually be able to change your nationality on your 42andMe. You might want to go to Ancestry.com and change. You might want to go to Ancestry.com. Let the boys know they're Danish. They're half Danish now. I mean, mostly you were English, Irish, French, and Italian, but with the number of butter cookies you just put back, maybe it's high time you went ahead and told the boys they're half Danish. Oh my God, I've said Danish so many times. You're gonna go down to the bakery and get a cheese Danish now, aren't you? You big fat oinker. You're not gonna have. You're gonna be. You've demonstrated you don't have the willpower to turn it down. You should just Amazon Prime Now it and have it sent to your house. That way you don't have to walk. You can reserve those Danish butter cookie calories. You're gonna need them when you guzzle down all the Danish that show up at the door. I know a woman who started bodybuilding at 50 and she's ripped, so that's no excuse. Yeah, no, I still got a window, I'm sure. Went to my school's musical tonight. They did Little Shop of Horrors. So proud of the kids. I like Little Shop. Damn, you know Linda too? That's I've got a loving yet incredibly condescending Jewish mother-in-law. We'll take it one step further. I got an incredibly loving but incredibly condescending like Jewish mother-in-law that lives inside my head. Oh God, Pious Lambda. Nobody hates me worse than I hate myself most days. And what sucks is I'm really rooting for me, but man, the voice inside my head is fucking relentless. Fucking relentless. Yeah, well, Taffy, with our free education, free healthcare, and even getting paid for taking higher education, why wouldn't you? Eat up, boy! Amber, let the kids know. We're Danish now. I need to move this outside. There's been a method to my madness this whole time.
Two of diamonds.
I think I'm gonna keep leaning into it. Ever try keto? I once got myself into ketosis on accident. And the reason I know I got into ketosis, I was just trying to eat healthy. And I didn't know anything other, like I didn't really do any research. I just, in my head was like, oh, carbohydrates bad. So I was doing lean meat. I was doing lean meat and vegetables, mostly. And exercising like 6 days a week. Damn, that paid out with absolutely nothing. I mean, I guess we couldn't have known it until we tried, but still. All that to try to get a bomb. The reason I know I got into ketosis, even by accident, was that one day I was at the gym, and even with deodorant on, dude, my armpit sweat was offensive. It was like I was just leaking pure ammonia. So it was so bad that I stopped working out the minute that I smelled it. I was like, I'm not holding on to hundreds of subs over there. When I don't stream on Booth for huge periods of time, I go months without receiving any sort of payout from there. As well I should, because there's no reason to sub to Booth. I can't tell you whether or not I get a better payout here or over at Booth, but I can tell you, you shouldn't sub to Booth. But I will, like, you know, there are huge chunks of time where Boof's making next to nothing because I don't go live on it for months on end. I found out today that apparently they opened up a Shake Shack like 10 minutes from my house, so rip wallet. Dude, Shake Shack sounds amazing. I can't remember the last time I had Shake Shack. It was years ago. Years and years ago. I know in my own life that not having the beer is just a choice if I want to interact with anyone over 50% on the attractive scale. I've made my peace with it. I did, like, in my older years, I think the booth is all the beard is almost non-negotiable. In my youth, though, I looked pretty good clean shaven. I looked even better with 5 o'clock shadow. The moment that I retire from streaming, I will shave my beard because I can guarantee you that my wife misses kissing my face with no beard on it. Because she's told me I can't wait to kiss your face with no beard on it again. She just puts up with it because it's essentially part of my branding now. God, when I shave, I look like a fucked up weird baby teen. Yeah, Justin, I feel like at this age now, I feel like at this age, the beard is like kind of non-negotiable.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
My body acts as though it's having some sort of weird Benjamin Button thing. I'm 41 years old, but I somehow look like I'm getting younger, but sadder and tired-er. Benny J, tier 1, 22 months. Look at this streamer guy doing streamer things. What a dork. I hate him. I fucking hate him, Benny J. Thank you so much, man, for the 22 months. When I'm clean shaven, I look like a 17-year-old guy with a double chin. I used to call my beard my fat mask. I used to only grow a beard when I was like, well, I guess technically this is still accurate.
This is the
when
story
I was like really
of the newest
overweight.
denizen of the cave.
To hide the fact that I do get a bad double chin. This gets really intense. The face gains, if I were to lose 50 pounds, would be bananas. It'd look like you were filming me with a different lens. Yeah, the face gains would be something else. I'm gonna keys. I think keys. But yeah, run sucks. We're going to Little Nightmares after this is over. I'm kind of done with Lilith. Reenie. JJ Madison gifts the sub and it becomes that time again. Reenie, welcome back. Thank you so much. Gonna look like shit as I lose weight going into my 40s. It's a constant bummer. Why? This is not me like one to pep talk you or anything. I'm trying to understand. My fiance had never seen me without a beard, so she asked me to shave and clean up for a night out. I walked out of the bathroom. She was shocked. She did not enjoy the baby face at all. I shaved my head during COVID because I wanted to see what I looked like bald, like stone bald. And Rory refused to hug me for like a week. And I was real bummed out because I worked under the assumption that I would absolutely just do bald one day. And apparently that's not in the cards. I thought I would Bruce Willis it up one day and feel like a badass. But instead, you know, the son with whom I have built a physical affection rapport treated me like I was a rabid dog and wouldn't come anywhere near me, and I felt miserable. I guess you gotta ease into it a little bit. Can I bomb my way in there? I don't have any bombs still. Alright, well, fun. Started shaving my head at like 26. I'm happy to have locked in that look at that age, though. I do miss my hair. I still have some. I still have hair. It's not a lot of hair, but there's still hair there. So that's another thing where I've just kind of promised Amber that I'll try my best to keep having hair until it's literally something we have to face down together. Started balding from the inside out. You mean like from here out, and it started becoming like the Friar Tuck look? Yeah, that's rough. I've got that. I mean, I've got that going on. It's not overly intense, but it ain't great either. But it's, you know, it's not something with my height. It's not something you can see straight on. Started cutting my hair shorter and shorter until it looked like I was joining the army, and then I shaved it and barely anyone noticed. That's probably what will have to happen to me at some point. I have to keep it short now. I don't know. I haven't tried this in like a decade. But when I used to try to like grow my hair out a little bit, just to see if I could or just to see what would happen, I used to get what I called like the aging Beethoven. Where I would get these wings that would flop out from the side, but then it would like fall really limp and flat on top. It looked gross whenever I let my hair get too long. Now, I mean, not only have I fixed that, but now I go with a high fade. Now if there's any hair on the sides, I start to get very uncomfortable, but it also makes what little bit is left on top look a little bit better. Getting there. Honestly, I didn't look like I couldn't hear, but I definitely looked mad. I had the angry like the way that my face just looked when I had that hair like flipped out on the. I had wings and it laid flat on top, and it definitely did make me look like I had a resting angry face. I got the Friar Tuck thing developing, except I also have that little tuft in the center front hairline just hanging on. Dude, when I shaved my head, I realized how weird the Widow's Peak is now. The Widow's Peak is almost like a funky little island. Like, when I got to see what this hair actually looks like when you shave it down to its, like, follicles, the pattern of the follicles, it is a bizarre little patch with a can-do attitude. I appreciate it. But it is a genuinely weird little patch of hair that grows that makes this thing, this little comb over that I've got. Guess I'll just take the bomb. Restock would be cool if you could ever make money in this game. I'll just take the bomb, honestly. I was sitting here thinking to myself, maybe I'll try to break into the boss trap room, but I would need 2 bombs to do that, and that just doesn't happen anymore, apparently. Scary. Maybe, yeah. I think maybe Brainworm is it. I'll take Flight as well. I do love me some Flight. I would take Nail if I could. There's been a lot of like halfway decent spacebar items, but I should have gone back and seen if there's anything on the floor I can get with Flight now. I've got the island going on as well. Thankfully, I've generally buzzed my head, but it's noticeable with any length of hair that can be styled. Yeah, it's so weird. It's one of the few times I'm actually going to look at this and say we probably should take little Steven. I feel really good for Grayson. Grayson wants long hair, so he's got long hair. I mean, for crying out loud. Look at this kid. This kid decided he wanted to grow his hair out long. He's nailing it. I've tried to do this 3 or 4 times in my youth, and instead of growing down, I had this like white afro thing going where it just grew out. It just grew out away from my head. And I'd end up with like this like hair helmet. Yeah, Grayson's actually being able to pull off, Grayson's been able to pull off having long hair. And I legitimately have envied him about it a little. I hope you guys like poop. Can it get me through the poop? Oh, I totally can't. Nice. Yeah, he's got himself like an 80s surfer hairstyle, and he's super into it. His hair, his body, his rules, man. We're down to let him. I like that one scene where there's a tiny peak of Taffy's forehead showing. Oh, is that this one now? Oh, no, that's just... Eh. Hi, everyone. How the hell are you? That used to be the one that zoomed in on an angry forehead. Now with the new camera, it's just a close-up. Fuckers. Thank God, I'm getting tossed around. And you were showing the Grayson picture? Oh, was that literally just my forehead for a minute? You like that? Did that do anything for you? I'm gonna fix that real quick. Oh my God, it's too much me. Way too much me. Let's make me very small. Just shrink me into the corner. So much neck. So much of this. Ugh. Don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it. I hope we win this mother fight, because I don't want to do this again. I guess I should go look for the shop. We got a lot of cashish chilling on hand here. I am zoned out on Isaac. I love you, Isaac. I'm trying. I'm trying to focus up, but I am zoned out. I guess we got about 3 hours worth of DLC left for Little Nightmares. Each DLC, I guess, is about an hour, so that works out pretty well for what the rest of the day is supposed to be. So we'll finish this run and try to get through all the Little Nightmares DLC. This run got weird. This run got weird. Is it gray or gray? Sorry, it just dawned on me what you were saying. G-R-E-Y. We did it with an E. We wanted, I don't know. We wanted his name to feel slightly more sophisticated, I guess. It is very quiet, Pretzel. What are you up to? There we go. All I had to do was draw attention to you. There we go. Pretzel wants you to play Turbo Mansion. Ugh. Someone took a dig at Turbo Mansion earlier, and I don't have the heart to repeat it. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I don't. Oh my god, damn it! All the hell. I can't tell you. I saw it and was just like, oh no. Oh my god! Fucking... Why was that room so fast? I didn't like that at all. I'll take all the familiars, thank you. What was the dig? I'm not repeating it. I already feel bad. I was saying earlier, I already feel bad that I feel like I have contributed... I've contributed to like the browbeating of Noah about his, you know, one of his favorite restaurants. And I don't feel good about it. So the last thing I want to do is be like, oh, well, what about Turbo Mansion? No, sir, I won't do it. You're duty bound to tell me that I may cut them off. I won't do it. Fuck this room. 2 of clubs, sure. I'm taking such bad damage. And it's mostly just out of negligence, like I'm just not doing a very good job. I guess there's a shop somewhere, huh? I should look for it. How much to tell me? I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. All I'm thinking about right now is how bad I want a chicken sandwich for lunch. Bet he'd do it for 20 grand. There's a lot of shit I'd do for 20 grand. You'd be surprised. I guess I can go ahead and do this. I don't have money equals power. I got nothing to do with this cash. I got a chicken sandwich downstairs. I will bring you a chicken sandwich if you tell me. I made chicken sandwiches for dinner last night. I made bacon and then I butterflied chicken breasts. Oh no. You're a dead man. I made bacon and then I butterflied chicken breasts and hit them with salt and pepper and then cooked them in a little bit of the bacon fat. And then I did brioche buns with a homemade vinaigrette and like lettuce and onion and tomato. It was very good. Well, I'm sure glad I came over here and decided to do the shop and get this rules card. A dark market lies beneath your feet. That's so funny because it doesn't anymore, Edmund. You weirdly patched it out. There used to be a dark market that lie beneath my feet. Once upon a time, there sure was. But we don't do that shit anymore, apparently. We don't do that shit anymore, apparently.
Isaac!
Come on, Mom, let's get it over with. Let's see after. Shit, that's amazing. Matter of fact, we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna leave. We got Succubus, baby. That also means we take this instead of the negative. We take the Polaroid. That basically means it's all over but the crying. Oh, that's bad. Can't pick that up. Down we go. I am as eager as I've ever been to just run out a run. I think we kill this guy. Holy shit, I have 99 cents. And then this guy gets played out. I want to go bug Amber and ask for food, but I don't want to go bug Amber. We hold on to blank rune in case we can use it as like per throw.
Perthrow.
It's like I knew. And then we go ahead and leave that trinket behind, I guess. Oh no, I've got food. I just need to either go down and make it, or I need to go harass my missus. If I'm not mistaken, I think we've got a handful of different kinds of leftovers. Come on, stop Zeldaing. Alright, away we go. This run sorted itself out, man. It was just super unsexy for a really long time. Turns out, chat, the scariest part of Little Nightmares was our character. I didn't see that coming. Our character was terrifying. We've got a lot of poo this run. We got a monster poo. We got 2 Cards Against Humanity. Why isn't he affected by poison? I feel like he should be. Chat, that's my new goal. My new goal, by the way, is to get us up to 88 in the financial rankings. we're at 819. I want to get up to 88. How much would we have to make over a 2-year span to get to 88? It's not that much. In 2 years, we'd only have to make $976,000. Why 88 specifically? Will somebody give me an exclamation point 8 in chat, please? You have to spell the word out. There we go. Just quite possibly the oldest in-joke in the channel. Quite possibly the oldest in-joke in the channel. Yeah, no, at this point, the channel's been around for long enough that there's stuff that seemed like everybody knew about it, but we have so many new viewers now because we've been at this for the better part of a decade that we have to, like, remind ourselves that not everybody knows what the hell we're talking about. Yeah, to get us up to 88, we'd have to make $976,000 over 2 years. We can do it. I've been here for over a year, but I'm inattentive. A lot of the old jokes don't show up very frequently now. Why would they? I mean, like, honestly, the fact that the fact that we used to refer to our collective viewership as the denizens of the cave, we don't do that anymore. Not really. Kevin Brighting does it because I tried to pay him to. But yeah, like, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't really have, like, a lot of stuff that used to be commonplace 5 years ago is not so much commonplace now. I tell you what, Alpha, my dream of having 7 figures in assets, I'm willing to even skimp a little bit. I'm willing to bend the rules on it a little bit. I'll do all assets together, not just bits, subs, and ad rev. At 88, that means that CDN the Third made almost $1 million in 2 years off of just ad rev, subs, and bits. That's bananas. That's awesome for him. But that's so bananas. There's another piece of a battery in here somewhere. Just sitting on it. There we go. Is the next sub no, we're past 69.